everyone. I was not going to do a video till after my fashion show, but I wanted to give you guys kind of an update on stuff that can happen that people don't really talk about after a show, like binge eating, getting sick, changes in the way you feel, that sort of thing. I had never had a problem before. This is the first show that I'd had it, and it's actually quite concerning to me because I've never felt like this before. After this show, I really binged, which I've never done before, but I noticed other people were doing it and posting like recipes on Facebook, all these brownies and stuff. So I'm like, what the heck? Well, my show was the day before Mother's Day. So I went out that evening. The next day I went out for Mother's Day. I ate enchiladas, a bunch of chips, all that good stuff. My grandma had a carrot cake. I ate like half of that. Then I go to the gym. So I get to the gym and I'm feeling a little nauseous. And I'm like, oh, I feel a little nauseous, but I'll just kind of walk on the treadmill, walk it out. Well, that didn't go very well. Ran to the bathroom, threw up. Then I was like, all right, well, I still feel nauseous, so I'm just going to walk on the treadmill and walk it off. End up throwing up again. Did a couple like squats, but not weighted, just kind of body weight and some lunges. Well, then I still felt nauseous, sat there for a while, ended up leaving, didn't even get a workout in, okay? You need to really be concerned about binge eating. If you're throwing up like that, your body's telling you it's too much, you need to stop. And I should have taken that as a warning. Well, no, there was all this stuff that I haven't eaten in months. So I was like, gotta get in. I'm going to USA's, gotta get this in. And so I wanted to eat everything I possibly could. So with that being said, it wasn't very good. I went to my coach. He told me, eat whatever you want. It's fine. But I'm sure he didn't mean a whole box of donuts. You know, he probably meant, just eat healthy meals. Well, I did that, and I went to the gym, and I lifted too heavy a weight because you feel invincible after a show because you have carbohydrates again and you were so depleted. So you want to lift the heaviest weights you can. You feel like Superwoman. So I went out there, lifting heavy weights, squatting heavy weights. Felt like I pulled a muscle. No big deal. I worked it. Not a big deal, right? So I go home, not even worried about this pulled muscle in my groin. Continue on with my day, go to my skating competition over the weekend, notice the pain, didn't really think about it. I have pretty high tolerance for pain. Then, earlier in the week, I'm like, this is getting kind of worse. And like other areas were starting to hurt. And because like here was starting to hurt because I wasn't wanting, when I squatted, I didn't want to use this side. So I was using this side more. Anyways, by Thursday, I got so dizzy about 4:30 in the morning on my way to skating, I passed out on my floor. And I felt nauseous. The pain was so much. And then I started to notice, I know we got to get into details, but I want you guys to know how serious this can be. The binge, the overworking out, it can really cause problems on your body. I noticed I was bleeding, and it was not my period because I'm still too low body fat. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do to myself? Well, I'm internally bleeding. I'm freaking out, right? So I go to the doctor, find out I have a hernia down in my groin. It was putting pressure on this other area. I was using this side to work out more to avoid this area. I popped a blood vessel somewhere up in my intestines and it was bleeding. Okay, so doctor figured it out. We're all good now. All right. I feel fine. Even my hernia feels better. I'm not going to need surgery. She says it's maintainable, but I could have really injured myself because I was eating too much and working out too hard. You need to ease back into it. Take that night as a cheat meal, maybe in the morning, and then get right back on track if you're going to continue to compete. If you're not going to continue to compete, you still need to ease back up into it. Just don't all of a sudden go eating pizzas because you can really screw up your intestines. And also too, I didn't have a problem, but some people do with digestion afterwards. I felt fine, but if you have a problem with digestion, my doctor told me, in case this ever happened to me, don't use Metamucil because of the high sugar. Plus it gets really, really thick and sometimes it can actually cause constipation. She told me to use this stuff. It's expensive. It's $22 for this, okay? But no sugar, really healthy. You could take it all the way up to prep if you really needed to, if you had a constipation problem. I haven't had a problem with that, but When you have a hernia, you don't want to strain. So that's something you really want to consider maybe taking. Other than that though, my weight really hasn't gone up. I went up about 5 pounds, which is all water weight because I got weighed at the doctor. I feel pretty good today, but I just wanted to share my scary experience and how something like a fitness competition can really be hard on your health if not done the right way. And so you need to take this really seriously because this is your body and you want it to last forever. And we're trying to be healthy here by doing fitness competitions. And if we're doing that, we're not healthy. So I'm going to try and start doing cleaner cheats like fruits instead of a piece of cake. So I'm going to try and start doing that and see how that goes. Even when I can decide not to compete anymore, I don't want to have an unhealthy relationship with food, which I feel like I do now. I see stuff like, I can't have that. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. I want to ease back into feeling good. I'm still going to do nationals or USAs at the end of July. My coach is super concerned about that. She sent me a text like, follow exactly what your doctor says because we need you at USA's. And I was like, okay, don't worry, Apple, I will. I got it. You know, but I was a little nervous, but now I think I can be back on track. But also with binge eating, sometimes there's trigger foods. And for me, I'm not even that big of a chocolate fan, but if I eat one piece of chocolate after I've been dieting for a long time, I have to eat the whole bag. So you need to learn your trigger foods and don't buy them. Just don't buy them until you can ease back into it. Don't buy them right after you've been prepping for months because if it's a trigger food, it's going to get you eating. And that was the problem I had. I ate this bag of those Lindor truffles. I was like, oh, I just want a couple, maybe a day for the week. I ate the whole bag in one day. They're 240 calories for 3. And I think there was like 12 in the bag. So you need to just be very, very careful with the binge eating. I just wanted to share this with you guys. It's a little bit, I know, negative, but you do learn a lot about your body doing these competitions. You learn what you need to do certain activities. So I want to make sure that you guys stay safe. And if this is your first bikini competition, just know that after you get done, there's a chance that you might eat something and you can't stop. Your brain just goes, oh my gosh, I haven't had this in so long. When are you going to cut me off? And even with me, I know that nationals is coming and I'm going to be cut off soon. So I want to get everything in that I've been missing because I'm not going to get it till August. And sometimes that can be really unhealthy. So try not to train your brain that it's bad and good food, but you just have to wait to have it. You're going to have it someday. Because if you start getting that mentality, I'm never having this again, you're just going to keep eating. And I want everybody to be healthy. We're trying to be healthy here. So let's keep it healthy, keep it smart, and don't binge. Don't do what I did. Don't make yourself throw up. Don't make yourself pull a muscle, get a hernia because you feel like Superwoman after you actually have energy. And pop a blood vessel in your intestines and bleed. It's not something you want to do. Obviously, there's stuff they can do for it, but if you have to have surgery, that's a big surgery, getting a hernia taken care of. And if you get too big of a hernia, it'll cut off circulation. You can lose part of your bowels. So take it super seriously. No binge eating, no overlifting after a show. And I want everybody to stay safe. And I'm going to take my own advice because I didn't this last time and I learned the hard way. So I did it so you guys don't have to. All right. So I will get back with everybody after my modeling show. We'll see how that goes and I'll see you later. Okay, so I'm trying to do a little better and have clean cheats. So I get a cheat meal tonight and I've been craving some oranges, so maybe I need a little more vitamin C. So I got a whole orange, about a quarter cup of blueberries, quarter cup of raspberries. I got about a half cup of strawberries, they're hiding there. And that is 2 kiwis. And then that's a Honeycrisp apple. And Honeycrisp apple are never on my meal plan because they're higher in sugar. I always get Granny Smith. But since it's a cheat meal, I decided to go for some of the things like oranges that are really high in sugar. So no meal plan will ever have an orange. Lots of berries. I do get the berries normally. And then the kiwis are really high in potassium. And that's the thing. So many people eat bananas. Bananas have a ton of calories, lots of sugar, and strawberries and kiwis actually have more potassium than a banana. So if you're craving the potassium that's in a banana and you really want a banana, go for a strawberry or a kiwi. But berries are always your best option for a low glycemic index if you're trying to cut the sugar and fruit, but since this is my cheat meal, I'm just doing a beautiful array of fruit. I'm also going to do a rice cake with peanut butter. That's my cheat meal. I'm trying to keep it clean. It's been a hard off prep for me this time, so I'm trying to get back on track. All right, bye.